Thanks for joining us for Issues and Answers. I'm Ian Boyne. Today we talk about investment and the significant role that investment plays in growth and in the improvement of living standards. We have with us the president of JAMPRO, Dan Edwards. We thank you so much for your company. Good to have you on the program.
Always good to see you, Ian. Thanks for inviting me.
So much. The recovery of investment. We had a lull after the period of the Great Recession of 2008. I was very happy to read in the World Investment Report about the rebounding of the numbers. The 2016 report says that FDI grew by 34% to 794 million, and we are now the second largest recipient of FDIs in the small island developing states.
Yeah, yes. We're extremely encouraged by that result, and of course we're continuing our efforts to promote investment. As you know, it has been a very challenging international scenario, but there are certain things in Jamaica's favor which we think have helped us to get back on the radar and to start to rebuild our trajectory in investments. One is that Jamaica has a very high name recognition in the international market. A lot of people talk about brand Jamaica, and while I would argue that we don't have a brand in the way that we want to own and manage and promote a brand, we do have very powerful name recognition which we can build on to create that brand. So there's interest in Jamaica from the international market. Secondly, we have a really stable democracy, and we must not underestimate the power of that in the international market in a world where there is increasing turmoil, as you know, and hot spots all over the world. So the fact that other places are hot and that the Caribbean is stable and cool, that is actually a plus for us. And then I think we cannot gainsay the fact that we have made real inroads into marketing Jamaica as a business location. We have some really game-changing investments on the cards. Certainly the energy sector, we find a lot of interest out of the US in the energy sector, particularly alternative energy. And you know that we've implemented solar farms, wind farms. So that's a buoyant sector. The whole logistics area is moving. We have the port of Kingston, which was recently signed over in concession to the French company CMA CGM, which is the third largest shipping line in the world. And that's really critical because we have really now made our mark internationally in that sector. If you look at BPO, Gartner, which is one of the sort of Bibles of the business process outsourcing industry, has recognized Jamaica, and it's the only Caribbean territory that they actually recognize as being a location for finance and accounting, which should be of interest to people listening, because it's not saying customer service, which is what most people think of BPO as. It's saying finance and accounting. So a lot of the work that is being done here is actually in that section. So it's to do with credit collection, it's to do with processing people's back office finance issues. So one company, for instance, has completely outsourced their whole finance function. So they are operating in the US, their whole finance back office. So it's like saying your finance, take your finance department, pick it up and put it down the road. It's not down the road, it's in Kingston. We have another company that has all their outsourced services. So they're like their executive pool. You know, in the old days, you used to have a typing pool. Now you have an executive assistant pool, which is located in Montego Bay. Again, a multinational. So we have a lot of talent here that we're not using. We're at the start of LPO, legal process outsourcing, and all those lawyers out there who are listening. This is what you guys should be going in. If you don't want to practice and go to court, you should be thinking about setting up an LPO. I know one company has actually taken that plunge already. And what that means is that if you're a lawyer, you know, you have to look up precedent. You have to look up the case of, I don't know, Brown versus Bent of 1954. you know, that's not a real case.
Yes.
So what you want is to outsource all of that kind of routine work, let's say, that you don't want to spend a lawyer's time bill at $250 US an hour doing.
Yes.
So you outsource that. We can be doing that. We can be writing opinions. We can, you know.
So this means that there are more opportunities for our professionals.
Absolutely.
The professionals don't have to migrate. They can stay right here, enjoy the salubrious climate, and still earn a good living. The president of JAMPRO, Dan Edwards, is telling us of the kinds of opportunities which exist for investment in Jamaica for professionals. And later, when we come back from this break, we'll talk about the opportunities for ordinary Jamaican workers. This is Issues and Answers. We take a break.